All right. We are currently coming up with PMCtrilogy. He's going to be running Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza. I'm pretty sure I said that right. I made sure he told me how to say it. But before we switch on over to that, I would like to say thank you so much, Flynn Lives, for that raid. Um, Thank you so much for the runs and everything, and thank you for that raid. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to PMCtrilogy. I'm really looking forward to this run. So whenever you're ready, take it away. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be doing this run for the marathon. Very excited for it. I will give a countdown when I hit this. So I'm going to do 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So this is Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza. This is, of course, a licensed Die Hard video game. Specifically a 2002 first-person shooter made by Piranha Games. Piranha Games is actually still around with us today, but they now make MechWarrior Online and MechWarrior 5. Anyway, our bread and butter in this game is that there's a door clip. This game is made in Lithtech, Lithtech engine. Lots of good games have been made in Lithtech. Lots of bad games have been made in Lithtech. And so for whatever reason, this particular implementation of Lithtech is what we're going to roll with. All right, so we had to get through a lot of cutscenes. So this game tries to sort of recreate the movie. Oh crap! Well, don't feel too bad about the timer because I forgot my gun. So that's like the #1 thing that I do to mess up beginning runs here. So
While you're running back for that gun, can I make a quick announcement?
please go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Flynn Lives, for that $25 donation. Thank you so much to help out with this wonderful cause. Remember, we are helping out Child's Play. Thank you so much. We are at $246 raised. All right. Back to you.
All right. I mean, if there's a swear jar, Die Hard's going to be a very expensive game. I have to say. So this early part, we need this axe in order to open up some boards. But it's also actually a pretty useful one-hit kill weapon. But once we get through here, we'll be out of it. Yeah, so now we can drop it, and we'll pretty much, this is our bread and butter gun. Notice that, of course, John McClane is left-handed. It's a very important detail. It is technically possible to kill this guy. We're typically going to rely on a instant kill trigger, which is this kill right here. But we will be, of course, stopping by a lot of the famous movie scenes. So right now, of course, we killed this guy using the lumber. And now we're going to get the line about the shoes. And I can't believe I have to get the shoes. Oh, actually, thought I had already hit the target. And then we'll get the cutscene where you have to do ho ho ho. You know, I have a machine gun. Yep, right there.
I wanted.
There is original content too. It's not all just movie stuff. So this is a level where there's supposed to be a bomber on the loose, and we have to catch up with this guy and prevent him from planting bombs. We can actually get ahead of him, which is not normally something you're supposed to be doing. But you know, we're going fast. But since we can clip through doors, we don't actually have to worry. We don't really have to do anything with defusing it. Because normally if you were playing this casually, you would go get the pliers and, you know, get out of here and do all this stuff. But you know, we just clip through the door that's locked, and we leave, and that's it. That's the end of that level. You'll notice me a few times jump into things. That's because there's walkie-talkie sequences, and the best way to skip those is to just jump into them, so we still maintain forward motion. There was a really unusual door clip. I clipped through a door that doesn't exist in this version of the level. You'll notice as I get through the game, a lot of these levels get reused. And so in another version of that level, that roof level, there is actually a gate there. And so we clipped through a gate that doesn't exist yet. Note about flashbangs, look up and they pretty much do nothing to you. right, now we get another famous movie line here where John McClane will talk about being a TV dinner.
Get together, have a few laughs. Now I know what a TV dinner feels like.
Yeah, he knows what a TV dinner feels like. I should mention, of course, this licensed video game does not have most of the original actors, but the police officer that McClane talks to, I totally forget his name. His voice actor does reprise his role. I think the actor's name is Reginald Bell Johnson, but he is in this game. But now we're gonna do the table fight scene. You remember where the guy says, "No more table." But we're gonna fight him pretty much just normally. Yep, there's the guy. So again, we're going for a lot of headshots here. Headshots are our bread and butter, especially against these boss enemies.
Need to get that cop's attention before he leaves.
This is the one, welcome to the party, pal. We're gonna throw that guy's body out the window. It's gonna hit the cop car. And we're gonna leave. Yo, shout outs to Guan Yu. Ooh. And that's another example of just a very minor time save by jumping into the walkie-talkie cutscene there. Because otherwise we would be stuck in place. This is the most difficult door skip. You've seen me do a few door skips at this point. And the thing about door skips is the ease with which you can do them depends on the size of the door frame. So that one has a very, very thin door frame. So it's very hard to do. You have to have a very precise angle. Ones that have thicker door frames are easier. I have now become Short John. Short John is like regular John, except he is short and he moves faster. Which isn't too useful. This level is more or less an escort mission. I'm going to be escorting Argyle, the limousine driver, throughout the level. But yeah, Short John, if you ever watched Star Wars and you've heard of Bigger Luke theory, this is pretty much the same idea. Oh, that guy usually comes around the other way. Weird. So this is like the same thing. It's Short John theory for Die Hard fans. I think we can all agree that Die Hard fandom is basically on the same level as Star Wars fandom.
You got time for a couple quick donations?
Oh, please. This would be a perfect time.
Perfect. So first off, we have $15 from Matt RPD saying, "Well done to Flynn, Tom, and Suika for the RE runs. Keep up the good work, organizers." And then we have a $10 donation from, and I love this name, Noop Waffle. I hope I said that right. I probably did not.
Oh, no, you got it. You got it.
Yes. That's a point in my little checklist I have over here. All right. Thank you guys so much for those donations, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it back to you.
Awesome. So you see there, I just took a little boost from getting hit by a car, which actually took no damage, and it pushed me. Excellent. I want to stress, though, that even though I'm playing a left-handed video game character, I am not in real life left-handed, just in case anyone was concerned. This guy will start running as soon as we shoot him. He's going to throw 2 flashbangs, which we can avoid by looking up. Another walkie-talkie. Here we have the greatest of all time video game enemy, the forklift driver, seen in many video games like Shenmue, San Andreas, 007 : Racing. We have once again defeated him. Don't be afraid of forklifts. Because we didn't kill the 2 guys who were shooting at us, this door would have been opened by enemy spawns, but it is not opened. But, you know, good news. We don't really care about doors. I should mention, you probably have guessed, but diagonal walking is faster. The other thing I'm doing with running is I am pulsing the shift key, which is the default run key. And that prevents my stamina from going down. You'll see there are 3 bars in the bottom left-hand corner. There's my heart, my lungs, and my brain. Heart is your health, lungs, your stamina. And brain, I don't really know. I've said this a bunch of times, and a lot of times when I say it, people go looking for an explanation. There's someone in the chat who already has an explanation, saying that it has to do with the aggressiveness of enemy AI. But like, I don't know what that means. Practically speaking, I don't know. Anyway, it's not important for this speedrun. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about brains. Just clip through doors. Simple. Most of these doors that I'm clipping through are locked. There are exceptions. This door is unlocked, but I'm gonna clip through it anyway And that prevents 3 enemies from spawning in this room and 1 behind this door. And having an enemy behind that door prevents you from opening, so it kind of makes it worth it to clip through. Flashbang. Important note here, I'm going to walk along this wall, and doing so is going to activate a spawn in the next room. These guys are going to open this gate for me. Otherwise, I'd have to go and walk down another hallway. And that would be slow. All right, we're going to get our friend the Zippo lighter out. Because I've always, like, no matter how many times I play this game, and I've probably played it a few hundred now, I always get lost down this hallway, so poor me. Look, I'm old. Give me a break. We're going to do a bunch of clips in a row here because we need to hit that valve and then go through this next door. We're going through this level in an extremely inappropriate manner. And, you know, this is a charity stream, so I'm not going to say anything, but these cops are shooting us, and there's nothing we can do about it. There are other police officers in the game that you can flash your badge to, and they won't attack you. But those ones don't respond to the badge mechanic. They will just gun you down, and there's nothing you can do about it. So take that as you will. But anyway, we got past them, thankfully. They're usually fairly reasonable to run past. This is a slippery slope, but we're going to run up it, so... maybe not. You have to get a very particular angle, and then you have to have enough stamina to do it. If you run out of stamina while you're doing that, you will 100% fall to your death. And that's that level. That's generally my least favorite level. Some of those clips are very finicky, or sometimes I'll just end up there with low health and I'll get shot by the SWAT officers. Yeah, I guess I should mention a lot of the tech in this game was found by Albert here, who's giving a history lesson in chat. So credits, of course, to Albert for all that. We got another walkie-talkie. Important note here, I'm going to be picking up a weapon here. I'm actually going to use it. We're not going to really ever use this gun, but this gun shares an ammo type with a gun that we will be using later, so.
All units be advised. Receiving heavy machine gun fire from the fourth floor. Outside. Keep your heads
There was a flashbang going off behind me, but I was so fast it doesn't really matter. This is another example of a door that is unlocked, but clipping through it prevents a bunch of spawns in here. Yeah, I like to believe that had John McClane been able to clip through doors in the movie, it would have been like a 40-minute movie. I think it really would have shortened things a lot. That door was locked. It allows us to avoid an entire room. What console? This is a PC game. So this is a 2002 PC-only first-person shooter. It's made in the Lifttech engine, which is the same engine that like Shogo, Fear, some other games run on. Okay, so the reason for the aspect ratio. 5:4 is the only aspect ratio at this size. It is the biggest resolution the game can produce. I think there are 4:3 aspect ratios, but they are much tinier, and I would rather have the extra resolution and deal with 5:4 than you know, play at the smaller 4:3 resolution. That's the whole reason for 5:4. Right. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you could probably... Look, I'm trying to respect the purity of the speedrun, Albert. Come on. This is a highly competitive speedrun scene. So that guy earlier in the corner, I was supposed to escort through the level so that he could unlock that door for me. But this is a speedrun, so we didn't really need that. We could just clip through the door. This is another escort mission, but once again... we have a way of getting around that. Clip through this door. What's going to happen is that once we open this set of doors here, it's going to activate that boy. And I want you to know that boy is coming. Wait for it. There he goes. So anyway, now that that boy is here, we are going to destroy some people. And he's going to open the elevator door for us. Normally in this level, you would have to guide him through a bunch of rooms that are on fire and put out the fires so that he could safely get through the rooms. But that is super tedious. All right, so that should be enough. So now what we can do is we can actually go into this corner and clip past the elevator. And then, oh my, this is, come on. All right, that's the hardest part, is getting around that one crossbeam. We can actually get down to the, there we go. So right there, there's normally a cutscene where that man dies because the elevator falls from out from underneath him and he falls down the elevator shaft to his death. But because we're speedrunners, we're actually able to save him. The scope overlay is very special, and I always forget to talk about it because I'm just so desensitized to it at this point. But it is very special. I think the reason it looks like that is particularly because I'm scoping and then leaning over, and the game is unhappy with me for doing that.
They'll be coming. Theo, you're the eyes now. All right,
So time for more movie scenes. We are going to create the scene where the tank shows up and they go after the tank, the evil guys. Evil guys firing at the tank, so I'm going to throw a bomb at them. Going to open up the elevator door. John's going to say a very bad word. You hate to see that happen. If you can clip through that door before the cutscene, it is possible to avoid these enemies spawning. I mentioned before that you can actually badge these guys and they won't shoot at you. But what we can do is actually just fire our guns so that we break out of the dialogue, and that allows us to go through the unlocked door. And as it turns out, the exit to the level is right behind them. You're supposed to escort them around a portion of the level.
Sir. Yeah.
Now, upcoming, we're going to meet Bill Clay, who you may know as absolutely not Hans Gruber. And we're going to try and escort him for a little bit. Oh yeah, we used to clip through that door a while back, but... Anyway, I mentioned that Bill Clay was not Hans Gruber, but we actually just learned that Bill Clay is Hans Gruber. So, we are going to clip through that locked door and exit the level instead of deal with him any further. So that means we're skipping the shoot the glass scene. So you might wonder, well, okay, that means that John won't have bloody feet. But you're actually wrong, because we now have bloody feet. Somehow, mysteriously. But that's okay. We're going to go heal those feet right away. The bloody feet do a little bit of damage to you, but it's only like one tick over the time that it takes us to run to the first aid station. So it's not really a big deal unless you have one tick of health, which I have absolutely had here multiple times, and I have died to bloody feet. But that's the life that we live.
All right.
So, activates a cutscene level. So, we mostly have been using the door clip to get through things now. We can't use the door clip in this level because the door doesn't have a frame for us to clip into. However, we can use toilet paper to change our hitbox, our physical properties. And this should allow us to clip through a corner. I'm going to look at the exit sign. I'm going to think real hard about it. I'm going to wish to exit the level. This is kind of the finicky part of this. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Easy peasy. So that's why, if you're wondering, a few months back, a lot of people were hoarding toilet paper. And that was pretty much the reason why. It was, you could actually use it to clip through walls. It was very useful. Just stand on your toilet, crouch into the toilet paper, and then, you know, find a corner. Alright. In most video games, to get better jumps, you would run and jump. In Die Hard Nakomia Plaza, it's actually more effective to jump and then run. So, keep that in mind. That's how I get up on the door there. Alright, so we're almost running at the end here. We are heading towards the end. This next area has a few ways to activate the exit door. I'm going to use kind of the safer method to do so, which is a door clip here. And then once you open this door, it'll activate a bunch of spawns, and it'll open the door that we need to get out. So doing that caused this to open. You can clip through this very thin door in some other methods, but I just stick to the door clip method. It is possible to do the same thing with the toilet paper and change your physical properties on some barrels. Why do they want you dead? So in the movie Die Hard, the premise of the movie is that you have a bunch of very sophisticated bank robbers, German bank robbers, who are pretending to be terrorists. They take over this office building on Christmas Eve so that they can basically rob the vault in the basement of the building while telling everyone that they're terrorists with some particular ideological motive. So that's pretty much what's going on. You know, that's sort of the gist of the movie. I would say this is a Christmas game. I think, I mean, there are parts at the end, just like Die Hard the movie, where you have Ode to Joy playing in the background. We'll get ominous Ode to Joy at the very, very end. So, and we did have the, you know, now I have a machine gun ho 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 earlier. This is an auto scroller where we're supposed to be getting shot at from guys over here, but if we just stand right here, they can't see us. So now we're gonna just run and gun some enemies. We gotta make our way to Carl. Carl is very unhappy with us. He he knows what we did. We killed, I don't know, at least like 60 Germans by this point, and he is not having it. But as it happens, that weapon I mentioned earlier, we are gonna make use of that right now. Alright, so we're going to grab his weapon. Some friends of his are going to try and come out and fight us. It's not going to go well for them. We do have to kill these guys to exit the level, and but that went pretty well, so off we go. This, of course, is the later roof scene where all the hostages have been moved to the roof. We can clip through this to avoid this cutscene. Hey, see, how's it going, man? All the hostages run away. Now this police chopper is really mad at me, but I can clip through this fence, shorten the level substantially, grab this, and then recreate the fire hose scene.
God, please don't let me die.
I was told by a Monolith developer that the person who did the sound composing for Shogo actually ended up also working on this game. Shogo was a game made by the makers of the engine, Monolith Productions, which made the Lift-Tech engine and a bunch of other video games. The very first Lift-Tech engine game was Shogo Mobile Armor Division. So that level, once again, cut pretty short thanks to the power of door clips. Now this level, we don't really have a good door clip to work with, so we pretty much just gotta book it. There's gonna be a ton of angry people behind us, so we don't want to have to fight all of them. Yeah, door clip really does a job. This door is unlocked, but we want to clip through it because opening it will spawn an enemy that has a very powerful machine gun and very high accuracy. Please open. Oh, okay. Oh boy. Hello. See ya. All right. That was a little dicey, but we're fine. All right. So now at this point, we're pretty much just dealing with boss enemies. So I'm gonna start using my very nice ammo. So what I'm gonna do here. So Hans Gruber is a weird boss fight. We have to shoot his skull 8 times, and we have a bunch of different cycles to it. Come on, come on. Oh, damn it. Ah, all right. I actually need to load the autosave then. I almost had it. Quick load. There we go. So again, what I'm trying to do is I have some enemies that spawn behind me, and I need to grab them. I think that should be good. Okay, good. So now that I've done that, this is gonna make this next part a lot easier. Where did that guy go? There's another rando enemy. Oh, there he is. Did he just clip through the shelves? Weird. All right. Anyway, this is fine. Hans Gruber's skull is very powerful. I think that should be good. Sometimes the the hitbox for Hans is a little weird. All right, so now we got one more. What happens here is that if we get too close to Hans, he will kill Holly, and we don't want that. So even when he's going up this ramp, we have to maintain a certain amount of distance in order to prevent that from happening. I should note that time will end when the cutscene starts after he falls out the window. So get ready for that. It's going to be coming up in probably about 10-15 seconds, assuming I can actually successfully defeat Hans Gruber. No! Darn it! See what I'm talking about? The hitboxes are so weird. Alright, please don't. Alright, come on, come on. That should be good. And time! There we go! Folks, that was Die Hard Nakatomi Plaza. Hope you enjoyed that one. That's a favorite little speed game of mine. Delicious, delicious treat for you. We're approaching the holiday season. We have to do everything we can to make the holiday season good this year, and I think that includes copious amounts of Die Hard.
I mean, definitely got me into the holiday spirit.
Absolutely.
GG.
GG.
All right, anything to say before we head off?
I mean, you know, contribute to the cause. I'll be back tomorrow with another very criminal run, so hopefully I will see you all then. And keep watching the marathon.
All right. Well, thank you so much, PMC, for that awesome run, and I'm looking forward to the one tomorrow as well. All right. So, yeah, like PMC said, I mean, definitely take a look at that charity that we're raising money for Child's Play. Amazing charity. Definitely, you know, just kind of take a look at that donation link. There's a ton of testimonials on there. Kind of makes you get the warm and fuzzies. Now, speaking of warm and fuzzies, the next game probably is not So next on deck is Layers of Fear by Playful. So stick around. We'll be back in just a bit.
We good, Temp?